Very happy to be here again at EIT Tomorrow.Mobility at the EIT Urban Mobility stand. And indeed, as you said, we are here with Maria Tsavachidis, the CEO at EIT Urban Mobility, Laia Pages from CARNET, and Richard Barrington, who was also a keynote speaker at Tomorrow.Mobility. Hello all, welcome.
Good morning.
Thank you for the welcome, good morning.
So, Innovate, Lead, Implement. That's the title of this session. And Maria, the first question would be, what is the role of EIT Urban Mobility at all this?
So EIT Urban Mobility is a pan-European innovation community. So we have an urgency to change the system of mobility. And this means that all actors need to work together. So until now, or let's say the past years, the modes have developed in silos. And also there is geographical silos, so there is the mobility within the city, and then there is the rural peri-urban mobility, and then there's the mobility between cities, but it's all actually one system that we have to integrate to be more people-centric and to really bring people from where they are to where they want to go. So this requires really the cooperation between the public sector, cities, universities, research, industry, of course, so all of them have to work together to develop new solutions to the problems that cities face, and this means that we have to bring them together not only in projects, but at events like Tomorrow.Mobility, which is actually a great platform for people to come together, exchange on good practices, so that we can really mainstream those good practices and scale them going forward.
Yeah, that's something very important that you said, Maria, all together, which is a key message we should retain when talking about smart cities and building smart cities, because there are a lot of elements we need to take into consideration to make this happen. What are the crucial ingredients and the magical recipe for this, Richard?
Okay, well the first thing has to be a regulatory environment, the legal framework that allows you to do what we need to do. If you can't take an autonomous vehicle on the public road, we kill the whole thing from day one. So in the UK, we've just announced in the King's Speech a legal framework which will go through Parliament, which means that any autonomous vehicle can go on the road. But that's the first step. The second step is who regulates? Who makes sure that that vehicle is safe to operate, that it's secure from a technical, environmental, and cybersecurity perspective? And then the next thing is, where is the leadership at a city level that says we recognize the value of this from economic, social, and environmental benefits, and therefore we're going to find a way of investing in delivering this as a new set of services. And we also need to change our thinking, because we still think of, for example, a bus route as being like that. Why doesn't it go to people's homes and pick them up? Why doesn't it take them to where they need to go and drop them off? We can transform the way the system works and provide a better quality of service with a lower environmental footprint, more inclusive, more engaging, and people will not want to drive in the city because there is a better option, and that's what we need to be looking for.
Richard said some magical words as well: inclusiveness, and bringing all together, reutilization, transformation, the systems. That's something about which Laia Pages knows about due to a lot of projects that you were doing in which your organization was involved with EIT Urban Mobility. Some of them are Mobility EU, Smart Hubs, Ultimate, CityTone, CES for Kids, Furnish, that I know that it's a very good one at transforming the urban spaces and making it more useful for citizens. So tell us more about these projects and the results they brought so far.
Well, the results so far can be seen in many cities around Europe, and we are very proud of it, and it has been a fantastic journey that we hope to continue having in the next years. But the clue, as Richard said, and actually Maria also said, is working together and collaboration, which I think that we do pretty well at CARNET. We are in the middle between academics, the industry, research and innovation, and this is the way to move forward to implement together with cities, as Richard says, all these solutions. To talk about the specific examples, As you said, furnish is maybe something that should be cited here today. We are in Barcelona. This was a project started with COVID, with the aim of changing public spaces to be more resilient so that people could use this urban space without touching to each other so much, because there was, of course, this sanitary problem. And out of this project, the municipality of Barcelona changed some of the bars and the terraces of the city, and this is a very specific example of something that stays in our cities and that can be scaled, because the ideas are there and the implementation is easy and is doable. This is one of the examples. The other examples, we have it here. We have a prototype of a last mile delivery robot, and the EIT has been clued to be able to accelerate this transformation of the cities and this testing in the cities. Something is developed in the universities, funded and seen by companies. They need this business model behind, but until you don't test this in the cities, and this is what the EIT helps us to do very well, we cannot move forward, and we continue to move in these more sustainable cities. So thank you.
Yeah, precisely what Laia was saying. The robot she was mentioning is just behind this wall. So if you pass around the EIT Urban Mobility stand during the fair, you will have the opportunity to see it there. It's very nice, and you can see that it's very useful for citizens and to make our cities more livable. So pass by and have a look. Well, Maria, Maria, last question. Based on what Richard and Laia had said, how do you envision sustainable urban mobility in 10 years from now?
Okay, I mean, that's quite a stretch. So we've heard autonomous driving, we've heard reallocating space to build greener environments for people. And we need all of this. So we have quite a clear vision in Europe around what needs to be done in the coming 10 years. So the Green Deal is very clear. We have to reduce the greenhouse gas emissions by 55% by 2030. There has been now a European Cycling Declaration, putting cycling really in the center of the green transition as a key pillar. There are other regulations, policies. There has been a vote to that the air pollution needs to adapt to the World Health Organization standards by 2035. That's a great thing, actually. So we need to achieve those targets. So how do we do that? By clear prioritization of the modes. So active mobility first, walking, cycling, then mass transit, then shared cars, and then the private car. So they all have their use in different contexts, right? But there has to be a very clear prioritization. Mobility has to be clean, so we have to move all modes to electric, and we have to be very efficient with how we use our resources, which are finite. So how we use the space, how we use energy, how we use raw materials. So all of this needs to happen. And now coming back to the collaboration, all of this can just happen if everyone works together and everyone moves in the right direction.
Yes, precisely. Alone, you go faster. Together, you go farther, as Maria Tsavachidis said one day in one of her speeches in last year's Tomorrow.Mobility edition. So yeah, that's all from our side, Nicole. Laia Pages, Maria Tsavachidis, Richard Barrington, thanks a lot for joining us today, and enjoy the rest of the fair.
Thank you very much.